Hey there, I'm Dr. Vlad, a general pediatrician specializing in autism for children. Just like all children, those with autism will have meltdowns and tantrums. It's just that they can have more frequent and more intense versions of these challenging behaviors that differentiates them from their neurotypical peers. Tantrums and meltdowns in children with autism often occur due to sensory overload and emotional distress. And here are some key reasons. Sensory overload. So kids with autism have heightened sensitivity to sensory stimuli, such as loud noises, bright lights, or certain textures. When they encounter too much sensory input, it can become overwhelming and lead them to a meltdown. Another reason is that many children with autism struggle to express their needs, emotions, and frustrations verbally. This can cause frustration and emotional outbursts when they can't communicate effectively. Children with autism often thrive on having routines and predictability, so unexpected changes in their daily schedule or their environment can cause anxiety and lead to tantrums or meltdowns. Children with autism may have difficulty regulating their emotions overall. This means they can have intense emotional responses to situations that others might find more manageable. And lastly, self-stimulatory behaviors or stimming, like rocking or hand flapping or humming, are just more common in children with autism. These behaviors can become more frequent during times of stress or sensory overload that can lead to a meltdown. So managing environmental and internal factors like hunger, tiredness, anxiety, change in medications, shifting in routines, and distractions can all make it more difficult for kids to stay focused and regulate their behavior. Being aware of these factors is crucial in both home and in community settings. You want to adjust the environmental setting for them. So, for example, during homework time, remove distractions. Before starting homework, make sure that video screens and toys are put away. Create a quiet and organized workspace with all the necessary supplies, the pencils, the paper, and the books all in one place. Offer a healthy snack like apple slices or cheese or crackers to help maintain energy levels. And schedule breaks. Incorporate short breaks every 20 to 30 minutes to help your child stay focused. For example, a 5-minute break to stretch or walk around after finishing a section of homework. Then, to prevent tantrums, you also want to clearly communicate expectations to your child. You want to give them verbal instructions. Even if the child is familiar with the task, clearly explain what needs to be done. For example, for your math homework, first complete the addition problems on page 12, then move on to the subtraction problems on page 14. This is a powerful tip that families find very effective, is that the use of timers. Giving a child a 10-minute warming before a transition, such as dinner time or bedtime, helps them a lot. Use a visual timer that shows the remaining time. And you have to follow through. Make sure that the transition happens at the exact time that you said it was going to happen. For example, in 10 minutes, it will be time to put away our toys and get ready for dinner. So after 10 minutes, you got to follow through. If they see you're not following through, they're not going to respect what the timer is actually telling them. You want to offer your child controlled choices to help them overcome the possibility of having a meltdown or a tantrum. So you want to give them empowering decisions based on choices of things that you actually want them to do anyway. So you provide the child with 2 acceptable options, like would you prefer the shower before or after dinner? This empowers your child by giving them control with a structured framework, and it avoids power struggles. Next, you want to use visual choice boards. Use a board with pictures or icons that represent different options so the child can visually select their preference. It is crucial and has been proven time and time again that positive reinforcement, giving them praise for positive behavior like completing homework on time or following instructions, helps them remain on task and reinforces good behavior, so you see those good behaviors more often. Having consistent routines is super, super important. You want regular routines to create predictability. A consistent bedtime routine that includes reading a book, brushing your teeth, and a good night hug helps them feel secure and calm. And make good use of calm down corners in your home. Create a designated space with comforting items like soft cushions and books and sensory toys where your child can retreat to regulate their emotions. They can take sensory breaks to prevent meltdowns in there. For parents in New York State, navigate autism with confidence. Call our office and empower your child's development with proven strategies and compassionate care. If you learned something today, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below and leave a comment to help spread the word. Picture a world where your child's meltdowns are far fewer and far less intense. And this world is possible. If you use these 7 tips that we just talked about, you can help your child cope with the different challenges that life will throw at them and create that extra bit of space between the stimulus and their reaction.